So, welcome to Digital Scrapbooking in Affinity. My name's Angela, and we are now approaching International Scrapbooking Day. And in the lead up to that, many digital scrapbooking designers give away freebies, and this is a free collection that is being produced by a number of designers I know at TheLilypad. They're giving it away via a blog hop. You'll find details in the description. It's only available for a few days until midnight American time on the 29th of April. When I was looking at this kit, I was looking at this speech bubble, the whole messy theme, and this little piece of word art. Oops. And I was remembering something that happened when my kids were little, and it was a little conversation. And for me, scrapbooking isn't just about the photos and the pretty kits, although they do form a big part of my scrapbooking. It also includes things where we don't have photos, those memories that I want to keep, those stories I want to tell that don't have photos. So here we are with one of those very little stories, and I'm going to find that speech bubble and pop it under my text. Actually, that's going to want that pointing the other way, so let's flip it because I want to point in different directions for the two speakers. Let's go with a bit of an angle coming in here. And pick some fonts. So I want a childlike font for this one. So I'm just going to pop to recent fonts because I know I've used it recently. And increase the font size. And maybe go for a center alignment. And in my response, let's go with Amanda's script. I don't remember who made that one, sorry, but the Youngin is from Heather, Joyce. Now, I want to adjust this text because that up is too close to that mob. So I'm going to do that by moving to the Layout Studio and the Character tab and Position Transformation, and just increase that gap there. Let's go back to Vector so I can see what I'm doing more clearly on this screen. And I want to change the color of my text so it's not black. I want it the same color as the ink line on the speech bubble. So let's just select both of those, grab the dropper and pick up that. And then I tend to like to use a blending mode just to make sure it's not floating on top. Let's give some basic drop shadows to these three items. It can be adjusted later, but I just want to get them set it up. Control G to group the text with the appropriate speech bubble. And then in we come with some messy bits, because obviously she made a big mess. This was a independence moment where my little one decided she wasn't going to ask Mummy to get her a drink. She would get herself a drink, and then promptly spilt it all over the floor. Let's go for the bit of colour. Maybe this blue. Let's pull that blue underneath there so it's just peeking out. And I think I want to dampen that down a bit. Let's put this art transfer on top and bring the opacity down. And there we've got something that's a bit messy behind my conversation, but not too dominant. And I think I want to put some confetti. I saw some confetti. Here we go. Let's put some confetti in. And I think I'll put the confetti under that transfer so it just knocks them down a little bit. It's still there, but not as dominant again. And because they're paper, I'm just going to give them a very small drop shadow to differentiate them from paint. And I'm just going to group all of those up. And now let's think about embellishing it. So let's go on above the speech bubbles. We've got some messy thread. Yep, we've got this piece here. And oh, that messy heart will be good. Let's put it underneath the thread though. And let's give those a bit of a shadow to lift them up a bit. They're narrow, but lifted above the speech bubbles. Now I can't quite see that text there, so let's just move, maybe make you a little bit smaller. And move the text in that speech bubble down slightly. Do I want to center that? No, I don't. Let's undo with Control Z. And let's have a little look for something floral. There we go. I want to pop that there. I'm going to give that a deeper shadow. It's now hiding one of the pieces of text. So I'm going to go to text, text wrap, show wrap settings, and I'm going to set the wrap settings to tight. And now it's moved the text. And if I move this around, the text wrap will move things about for me too, which is useful. Again, I'm going to move that. Now let's give that a background. I don't want anything too messy, as I've already added some paint. So let's go for something simple but fairly patterned rather than plain, and pop that underneath. And I think we'll matte and layer to create some kind of border around the edge. And so I will change the size, lock this, so it's 11.6. Let's go for 2 layers, 6, 6. And I'm going to center that and put underneath it something dark. There we go. And I'm going to lay it matte and layer up twice. So I'm going to make this one 11.8. Again, center it. And then put something light but bright underneath. So let's go with that one. And give these some very little drop shadows because they are papers. And I really like that. That will do great. Thank you very much for watching. Blessings. Bye.